So I posted on Facebook yesterday about how I have a lot of irons in the fire, and I do. One of the things that I'm doing is attempting to get a real estate license, and I intend to have my license by the end of this year, the end of December 2018, or the very beginning of January 2019. Just another thing to put in my back pocket, another way to hone the various skills I already have and then to pick up some more. And of course, another way to have more income coming into my house that I can use for other things. So I'm actually doing the videos. I've been looking for people who are trying to get or who have already gotten a license in real estate in Woodbridge, Virginia, which is where I am, or in Virginia. Uh, I only found one person, no, maybe two people. And so one reason why I'm doing this video is because I'm sure there may be other people who are interested about getting a license in Virginia. So, so that's why one reason why I'm creating this video. The other reason is as I was looking for these people in these various videos and, on blogs and, Googling other things to find out other experiences. I know the step 1, step 2, step 3, and all that stuff, but I wanted to find out about people's various experiences in getting a license, how easy, how hard, who did you talk to, those sort of things. Well, in finding those people, I found several women who look like me, several Black women who are also doing it. And in looking at the videos and reading about what they did, there was a lot of, had it not been for the Lord, I wouldn't have been able to pass that test. And, they were saying things like the advice I got is you got to go in there prayed up. And, it was like a sermon, basically, looking at some of these videos, which is fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. What I'm saying is a lot of what I saw was that we get to a hardship. Someone's telling us it's going to be difficult. We know it's going to be difficult because maybe we've tried it before. And we're like, we got to get all our strength together and know that I cannot do this without the Lord, is the story that's coming through. And I'm making this video, another main reason why is because that's not the whole story, right? I know for a fact I do not need a belief in God or the Lord or Jesus or anything to have a wonderful life. I don't need the belief in God and Jesus and the Bible and all these other stories and stuff to have a miserable life. I can do all of that on my own. So I said in the videos that I make, I'm going to highlight the fact that I'm author of Firing God, and I'm also living an experience where I have fired that belief as being something important and wonderful and necessary in my life. So this is a video about getting a real estate license. However, I'm talking about it in the framework of also letting go of the unnecessary belief in God. So I want you to come along with me on this journey as I study, as I talk to people, as I create connections, as I get my license, as I start the work. And all of this, I want to highlight a frame of doing it without a belief in and relying on the belief in God and Jesus and them working for me and working it out and all this other stuff. And again, I just want to say, if that's the belief, that's fine. But I want to let other Black women know it's unnecessary. I'm not saying don't have it. I'm saying you don't have to in order to live a wonderful or miserable life. Now, for the real estate stuff. I talked to an agent here in Woodbridge, and he was amazing. He gave me a lot of information. He went through the whole thing. He works for Berkshire Hathaway, something or other, real estate. I also have a friend who lives in Manassas, and she works for Keller Williams. She gave me some wonderful information, wonderful insight. So where I've started, and both of them told me, to shop around for a broker, because I'm gonna have to do that anyway after I get my license, because I have to work through a brokerage, which is fine. So right now what I'm doing is I've, again, like I mentioned, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, read blogs to see what their experience is. I found this guy on YouTube. What's his name? He goes by Prep Agent. Oh my God, his training is amazing. It really is. I purchased it. At least I purchased. He has 3 different tiers. I purchased the second tier, and I've already been going through the training, and it's marvelous. But there's required licensing or required training that I have to do with CE. I think it's called CASHAPP. So I'm going to go on there and I'm going to pay for that. Now, Pino, he let me know that, there's going to be some investment in getting into real estate. I'll probably end up spending like a little over $2,000 or something. But Berkshire Hathaway, whatever he works for, they reimburse veterans, which is an attractive, thing, because, I'm not rich out in these streets. So anywhere I can get that back, would be wonderful. But I'm willing to make the investment, because I see in my work. I'm owner of Ypifany. I don't know if you guys can see that like that, which is an executive learning and development company. So this real estate stuff really aligns very well with the other work that I do, and I also work, in other places. But all of it is my work, I enjoy all of that. So for the real estate stuff, I'm going to take the training on CASHAPP, which is the required stuff. I'm also going to do some additional things on the side, because I'm not trying to be taking this test 3, 4, and 5 times. I really want to get it the first time and just get in there and start doing it. And what I love is that the stuff that I've done so far is really interesting. A lot of things I didn't know about real estate, is useful information. Even if I wasn't going to become a real estate agent, it's still useful information, because sometime down the road I intend to, to buy my own home. And even if I didn't, people who would know me, I would be able to give them advice about various things or whatever. So this is my first video, and I'm going to try to do something weekly, because this is going to be for me, a really fast process. Because like I said, I'm trying to get this license, or I will. They tell me in my hypnosis training, don't use try or hope, because then you're setting yourself up for failure, basically. I will get my license by the end of December or beginning of January, very latest. So I'm going to set a specific date to do that, to be sure that I'm on track with my activities to reach that output. Okay, so thanks a lot for watching this, and you can subscribe, if you want to continue with me onto my journey. And again, all of this is being done within the framework of Firing God. If you haven't read the book, it's really good too. So I'll see you next time then.